Well, if you live in Central Florida, you have undoubtedly heard of Lockheed Martin. Beyond the economic contributions and technological advancements, Lockheed Martin is known for its contributions to the community and those underserved and most vulnerable. Throughout the years, collaborating with Lockheed Martin, we have seen firsthand how Lockheed employees live out the core values by giving of their time, their talent, and their resources to essential services and issues in the community. Your organization, Lockheed Martin, truly sets the example of what it means to live united. And it's my pleasure to present the Live United Award to Lockheed Martin. Today, I've got the honor of speaking with David Belvin from Lockheed Martin. Let me first say, David is a great board member of Heart of Florida United Way, and it is an honor and a pleasure to serve with him side by side as we can try and fight for the community. So first, let me say congratulations, David, on being recognized as this year's Live United Award winner. But let me ask you why giving back to the community is so important to you and your team.
Well, first, Jeff, let me say it's a privilege to be associated with the United Way, and it's a privilege to be honored with this award. Um, it's great to partner with the Heart of Florida United Way. It enables us to reach out to the community in ways that we couldn't otherwise. I think I haven't been involved with an organization that has their hand on the pulse of the community any better than the Heart of Florida United Way. So again, it's our privilege to be participating with you and a lot of the efforts that you're doing within the community. So thank you for that. It's important for us because our core values is doing what's right, and I don't think there's a more important mission than doing what's right than supporting the local community. We employ a lot of folks, obviously, in the area, and you make it such they can come to work and do the important mission that we have for our soldiers and veterans. So it's really key for us to be a part of the community and show that we're here for the long term. We've been here since 1957, and it's been a privilege to support the community from that time to now. And I think we're seeing a lot of need that we've never even contemplated. I mean, who could have thought we would have been in a pandemic situation a year ago? I think we were more worried about our recovery from hurricanes, and then we had a pandemic hurricane hit. So again, the need's never been higher, and it's our privilege to be part of that recovery and help not only some of our employees, but the community as well. So if the community is not strong, then Lockheed Martin can't be strong in our community.
Well, I would tell you, I've had the pleasure of working with you, obviously, at volunteer events. And, when Lockheed, you put your money where your mouth is, but you also walk the talk. And when Lockheed Martin shows up, they don't show up with just a couple of volunteers. They show up with a whole squad full of volunteers. And it's always great to see, the presence that's created. David, I got a question. Every time I visit Lockheed Martin, the pride, I guess just the feeling that everybody has in their work and their mission. I know when you walk through the plant, there are pictures of your loved ones, your sons,
Right.
daughters, and relatives in uniform. And I know that reminds you of what you're doing and why it's going to be so important. But the thing that I've always wondered is, where does that culture and those core values come from? Like, do you hire for those core values, or are they instilled in those after the hiring process takes place?
So Jeff, I think it's both. I think if you look at our statistics, we're about 24% veteran hires, and that really brings the military discipline and support to the mission and brotherhood, and watching the person to the right and the left of you into our company. So I think it's hired in, and I think that culture propagates with just the missions that we have. We understand the importance of what we do. If with what we build, we have bringing people home every day to their families. I think we understand that mission, and those pictures, I think, are a reminder is that we're not working for some faceless soldiers out there. We're working for our brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers. And it really helps bring it home the importance of quality, the importance of discipline, the importance of commitment that we have to building our products every day. And I think those same people bring that to the community. They realize the importance of bringing that discipline and that commitment to our community, and that we can't be a strong company without a strong community. And it starts with your organizations like the United Way. So again, I'm going to continually thank you guys for what you do, because we couldn't do what we do without what you do.
Well, and it's likewise too. We couldn't do what we're doing without partners like Lockheed Martin. You mentioned you've been in the marketplace now for over 60 years. A lot has changed in your 60 years. Lockheed Martin 60 years, and technology seems to change it even faster. I do know when I was over at a groundbreaking for one of your buildings, literally a year later, actually just short of a year, you had the ribbon cutting.
Right.
What is your leadership role and your leadership style when it comes to managing change and leading change in the community and within your company?
Well, it's been an amazing journey. We've, as you know, we've experienced some significant growth in the last few years, and it's been really exciting to see some of the newer career folks come in. And we've developed a culture, and we're evolving a culture and support a culture that everyone has a voice. So whether you've been here a day or you've been here for 30 years, like some of us have, we're all listening and ensuring that those voices are heard, which really helps us evolve our culture in a way that is, it really helps us get the best ideas out there, which, not only supports our customer and the mission we're doing, but also helps us more support the community. So our big challenge is making sure they're aware of all the opportunities that they have to support the community, on top of supporting our missions at work. So we kind of instill that culture, and we've evolved quite a bit. I think when I first started at Lockheed, if you were a newer employee, if you were fortunate enough to be invited to a meeting, you sat in the back and you weren't spoken to unless you're spoken to. But we've evolved so far, and we realize the importance of evolving, because we've got so many terrific young people that have joined us and to seek a career at Lockheed Martin. And they bring such energy and such great ideas that it just made a lot of sense for us to evolve and really help understand how we come together and unite and really do the best for our customers, because that's really the important part, is our customers. Not only whether it's the soldiers that are using our products, or the community we support. That's really what's important to us.
Well, I know I had the privilege, you had invited us over to see an entire center dedicated to innovation and change management. And it was pretty remarkable. I mean, when I say it's in the DNA, it's in the culture. I mean, I get to saw it firsthand. It was incredible. You had mentioned helping out the community, and I know the answer to this, but our long-term partnership has been the community, but more specifically a focus obviously on veterans and our Mission United program, and helping veterans who are coming back from deployment get reacclimated to the community. Speak to, which I know is obvious, but speak to why helping the veteran community and understanding it has been so important to Lockheed Martin.
Well, first I mentioned about 24% or so of our population is veterans. So we have an organic built-in sense of why that's important with our veterans. So that's always number one, and they're part of our community, and we want to continue to support them. But I think the closest of our mission and the customers that we deal with, and the challenges we see them face, and not only them but their families, and it's just really kind of laid upon our heart and our mission that they need our support, because there's some challenges with coming back from some of the conflicts we've had. And I think Veterans United really helps support their physical needs. I know there's other organizations that are really out there helping support some of their other needs. And I believe it's our responsibility as an organization that is a partner with them and their missions, to help them when they're coming back and if they're having challenges. So I just feel like it's part of our patriotic duty to be supportive of our veterans, whether their needs are physical or their needs are otherwise, and really help integrate them back into either a company like ours or into the community, and to help the community deal with that, because I think we're probably uniquely positioned to help the community understand some of the challenges they've been through.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously, it's a horrible thing when you see veterans come back and they're facing homelessness, facing family issues as they try to acclimate back to the community. But your support goes beyond just the veterans when it comes to supporting United Way. During this pandemic, I know Lockheed Martin stepped up with a gift to help ALICE families. And as you know, ALICE is the asset limited, income constrained, employed in our community. Folks who are working very, very hard, but they can barely afford their basic needs. You stepped up to help us with the ALICE Recovery Fund and ensuring that people's rent and utilities were paid. Why is that so important to you to go beyond veterans?
Well, I think, it comes down to a basic need of it. We can't do what we do without strong families in the community. Whether it's, in our industry or supporting the industry around us, I think it's absolutely vital for us to bring these families back to much normalcy as they can have as soon as they can, because again, we've got mothers and fathers, even in our industry and others, if their kids aren't being taken care of, they can't come to work with a clear conscience that their families are being taken care of. We've had challenges in some of our other facilities where they needed our support in ways that the community wasn't able to. So we're trying to step up and help the community meet their needs so they can they can free up their minds and come back to work, whatever industry they may be in, with a clear heart and really with a renewed sense of commitment to their corporation or their mission. So I think it comes back for us is just creating strong families and rebuilding that family unit that was that's been disadvantaged by COVID or disaster relief or whatever it may be. I just think strong families is really a key to our community and a key to our business, and I know many others in the local area.
Well, thank you, David. One last question. It's been a difficult year for everybody. Even if you're working, it's been a difficult year. Kids home and businesses closed and our friends and family are suffering. But I got to tell you, when I walk through Lockheed Martin, I see the future. I see what our systems to support our soldiers look like. I see technology that is light years beyond what many people could even dream of. So if there's ever a place for hope and a place to look forward, I got to tell you, it's Lockheed Martin. So if you could leave us with a thought or an idea or what your hopes are for the future, we're eventually going to get by the pandemic. The economic consequences will eventually be behind us. What are your hopes for change and a better tomorrow for Central Florida?
Well, I think Lockheed Martin, as you mentioned, is doing a lot of things with technology that is helping us be a leader in that area. I'm really thankful to see a lot of other corporations stepping up and doing the same thing. I'm very hopeful in the future. We've got, I talked a little bit about some of our newer career folks. They are coming on and just doing a tremendous job for our company, and I know they are across our community and across the world. So I don't see the enthusiasm dampened. I don't see the innovation, stymied by any of this. I think in some ways it's really brought out an opportunity to work together and bring technology in to serve us. I think some of the I'll say later career folks have been resistant to some of our Zoom meetings as we're doing here or Skype and now it's an everyday occurrence, right? And I think without the pandemic, we probably would not have been as accepting. And that's just one example. I think we're finding new ways to connect with each other than we ever have before. We're doing Zoom happy hours. We're doing dinner meetings with our senior team via Zoom. And believe it or not, they're a lot of fun, right? We're very skeptical at first, but I think we're getting an introduction into the future of work. I think we're finding that we can be as productive in many different ways than we ever thought, and I think this pandemic brought that along. So the fact that we had such a devastating situation with the pandemic, and then to see us now, a year later, almost a year later, continuing to deliver, continuing to serve our community, continuing to support each other is really, really a testament, I think, to the ingenuity of our people, our community, and I think that gives me hope for the future. So I'm excited about it. I think we've probably learned 10 years in the last year in terms of advancing technology. I know your organization has done the same thing. So I'm really excited and optimistic that the next years to come are really going to we're going to look back at this time as difficult, but yet a really beneficial time for us to innovate and show resiliency and agility as a community and as people.
Well, I agree with you, David. We're all trying to find the silver lining in it all, but I think you're right. That is or at least one of the silver linings. David Belvin, Lockheed Martin, I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your service to the community, and particularly as a board member to Heart of Florida United Way. I'm so honored to serve with you.
It's been a privilege and a pleasure to get to know you and the other board members.
Well, thank you. And I want to congratulate you and Lockheed Martin again for the Live United Award. And on behalf of the entire community, thank you for living united.
Thank you. And it's our privilege to be a part of your organization, and keep up the great work.
Thank you.